listening to Anthony.
The arrest itself of a middle school principal selling drugs out of his office, but that's
Get sent to the principal's office, you leave with some crack. Isn't that great?
Now, when he's selling them,
yeah,
is it worked out where the students know it's the students buying them, and then they do something wrong so they can be sent to the office to go buy drugs?
Yeah, it's a whole school just doing things wrong.
Yeah,
he's not moving kilos. He's moving like Tony Montana quantities.
That's what I'm saying. He has the surveillance system in the back. He's cursing his wife out. He got Nick the Pig is in it. Wait a minute. It has to be something with the students where, you know, they do something wrong, go to the principal's office, they go there, sell them the drugs, and they come back with a note and says, hey,
everything's cool. Yeah, he gave me a warning and some drugs.
what we've learned tonight, some police sources say, is shocking.
Well, I'm not going to comment on the circumstances of his arrest.
But it's the circumstances during the arrest of 50-year-old John Acera that makes this case incredibly bizarre. As we first reported, police arrested the Nitchman Middle School principal on drug charges at his office Tuesday night. But that's only part of the story. Tonight, police sources tell me cops were shocked and in disbelief when they stormed his office. Sources say not only did they find drugs, money, and a pipe, they also found Acera completely nude.
So there he is.
Just know what he was doing too? And he probably didn't say it. Masturbating to pictures of the eighth graders, like the files. He had the files all on his desk with coke.
That's an option. That he was taking care of himself to files.
And watching gay porn with...
Watching gay porn, completely nude, selling drugs. The cops must have just been dumbfounded when they busted in and go,
how did he get caught? They just saw a light on in the school?
Yeah.
And a shadow of a fist going up and down.
Seen that flicker, yeah.
He was showing it on the train accident. He had actual film, the clicking film.
Oh, like an old school projector. He's watching an old Stag film.
With no sound.
Old 1957 gay porno reel.
Oh, my God. This dude is a maniac. You know what's scary though? It scares me about myself. Is that you go, I haven't really done anything in my life. Like, you go, how did this guy? He made it through life.
Yeah.
Up to this point.
Up to that point. He didn't decide that day he was going to be a little freaky.
Like those intrusive thoughts he finally succumbed to the problems the demons that was in his head at the highest level, school principal.
American Films presents The Homosexual. Homosexuals abound in our cities.
He's just sitting there. Got to do that thing that the AV kid knew what to do with the eraser or the pencil when the film screwed up.
Oh, my God.
Here is a homosexual, easily identified by his swinging hips and his feminine clothing. Avoid the homosexual at all costs, for they can turn your son into a homosexual. Remember, homo equals communism. Better dead than red or gay.
Oh, my gosh. I can't believe this dude, man.
Completely nude and watching gay porn with sex toys in his possession.
So he couldn't even just do it himself.
It ain't evil enough. He did that. It really is. You start. It's like drinking. You need more and more. You got to stop.
More evilness, or perhaps who knows if he's got a wife. Oh, a roommate. Nothing sadder than an old queen, right? See them walking around like that. You ever go to the Halloween parade down there? down in the village, and it's just nothing but flamboyant gay people.
You never ask that question. As a matter of fact, is that?
Hey, did you ever
go down to Sweet Booties over on 3rd? You've been there, right?
I was thirsty, a little parched. I figured I'd go into the manhole down there on.
It's always so disconnected from just. Hey, you know, if you ever go down to that the gay parade now, and as a matter of fact, and then we'll go. No, go ahead. What's your point? Then?
What happened?
What's your point,
sweetie?
Why are you going down there? and to get ready to say, you ever go down there and notice how sad those old queens are?
The old queens. The old queens. Yeah, because you walk around and gay seems to be for the young. Gay is for the young. It's just not like you see young guys and they're on their floats with the assless chaps.
So what do you think is the age limit to turn gay?
To turn gay?
To say I am out of the closet. Where you go, if you're not gay by now, don't be gay. Fight it.
I think like 40, it's over. No more gayness. And that's pushing it.
The only thing that makes, like, you able to really deal with gay guys really is the idea that they're just somewhere doing some animal stuff in the back
just some
alley.
unspeakable act.
But the idea of truly love, gay love, bothers me. Like watching them post side and watching Richard Dreyfuss play this really sad gay guy who's gonna kill himself over a dude, and you just want to go,
No.
What's wrong with you? Like that's the only thing that makes it acceptable is just get out of here with your love. I don't want no man's hand cleaning sleep out of my eyes or telling me picking a crumb out of my beard.
Take that thumb, you're drooling, dear. You know,
I get uncomfortable when my woman's feminine hands touch me too much. Get away from me. I'm itching.
Man hand.
Knuckly, veiny hand is touching me with love. It's like if I'm going to be gay, I want your hands only punching me.
We were over at the office over at the satellite over at XM, and we're watching a porn tube, you know. So we're in the office watching that, and they have a whole section that's nothing but gay. So of course, one of the staff members, I don't even remember who it was. They Dan's willing to sell out anybody at the drop of a hat.
Derek.
It was Derek. He hits the gay tab, and now it's nothing but gay videos. And we're watching just laughing because we've said it before. Two men having gay sex is just hysterical. It's the funniest damn thing to watch because there's always one guy who's the guy and then one guy who's playing the part of the woman, but he's still, a guy and it's blatantly obvious.
It's the and the E.
Yeah, the and the E. And they're going to town and we're laughing at everything because it's just, I'm sorry. And a lot of gay people see, this is what we have to overcome. Now, straight guys are going to watch that and laugh because it's just funny to watch. It looks silly. That's all. And then they lean over and we're laughing and then they start kissing and that's when the whole room goes, okay, I'm.
And if I always say it's you joke about it, but I go, if a woman didn't have one, I can understand. If she didn't have one, if you go, what is this thing that men have here that's there? Women have one. What the hell is it? What is wrong with you?
You're listening to Anthony.
Patricia Tabram grows her own cannabis plants at her home in Humshoff near Hexham. She uses the dried leaves to add flavour to her cooking, putting them through a liquidizer before adding the results to casseroles, soups and her favourite drink, cannabis-laced.
And now for something completely different.
The drug relieves her aches and pains and has been running her own publicity campaign alongside the court appearances, extolling what she claims are the benefits of cannabis use.
I'm using it. I had it this morning in my scrambled eggs. I'll be having it this afternoon at lunch, and I'm not giving it up.
Not giving it up.
The drug dealing gay principle. That's not even
a blip on the radar.
That's a commercial for what he did.
Today at Carlisle Crown Court, she was ordered to do 250 hours community service and fined £1,000, avoiding a prison sentence.
I think it's typical of the way England has turned in the last 10 years. We haven't moved forward into the 21st century like the rest of Europe has, or like Canada has, or Australia, or New Zealand.
What happened to America?
Calendars are screwed up.
All these countries have decriminalized cannabis and are allowing people to grow it in their own home, just one plant at a time for use by the people in the family.
Yeah.
That was a very compelling argument she just made.
She really did. One plant, I just pick a few leaves off like it's like a basil or oregano.
Sirius XM, the virus. You're listening to You're listening to Opie.
So true.
This dude is a maniac.
It's so old and dirty you could get a disease just by watching it.
You know what's scary though? This is.
Oh wait.
No.
You're listening to Anthony.